Hi, my wax melt friends. My name is Tracy. This is the 3-Wick Thesis Candle channel, and today I have for you another episode for my Wax Melt Wednesdays series. Today is focused on sharing with you my giant bag of wax melt trash, and I'm also going to share with you my melting basket. So the first half I'll talk about my empties, the second half I'll talk about what I'm going to be melting in December. Let me get organized. I'm going to sort these by retail versus vendor and then by company. I'll be right back. All right, I'm going to start with retail wax, and one of them that I got through is from Goose Creek in the Fall Garland fragrance. This one is beautiful in candle form, but y'all did not deliver in wax melt for me at all. It was really light, and I definitely would have taken more. One of my favorite fall scents. It's spiced apple, juicy pear, and balsam garland. It's an excellent transitional fragrance from fall to winter. Performs well in candle, so I was surprised that this was so light. So this would not be a repurchase for me. I have some from Kringle that I got through. One of those is the apple pumpkin pie. I did do a wax melt challenge, so this was day 28. This was unscented. On cold, I get a juicy apple with some spice. I put this in, it's 6 cubes. So I put it in every warmer I have in my open concept. The quartz one back here, I have the fall, it's a glass tray with a bulb. I have a hot plate in the kitchen. I have a tea light warmer in the kitchen. Pretty much every sort of wax warmer you can think of, an element warmer. I could smell it in none of them. So that would not be a repurchase for me. Same with coffee shop. Basically unscented. I don't really like this in candle form. I don't know why I got it in the wax melt. I think it was on clearance because the country line is going away, and I was like, why not? I think it was like $2. But I wouldn't buy it again, and I didn't smell it in wax melt form. I have a ton of wax from Scentsy that I finished up last month. One of those is Honeycrisp Harvest. I don't have the scent notes on these because Scentsy hasn't added them to their clams yet. That is coming. This one was really nice. A little bit perfumey in terms of apple. I would say medium performance, kind of average lasting, about a day. Cranberry pumpkin spice, and this one I do have the scent notes on. Sugared cranberry, baked pumpkin, and cinnamon spice. This one is okay. The spice read a little bit like artificial sweetener to me. I don't think I would buy this again for that reason. It was a little bit cloyingly sweet. White Oak Woodland I do like. I actually just added this to my club. Don't have the scent notes on it, but it is a beautiful, for me, bedroom scent. It's woody. It's a little bit perfumey. I feel like it's musky. Performs okay. Not super strong, but definitely did well in my bedroom. Autumn Hearth is cinnamon, apple, and tonka. This one, this is the one I put in all the warmers and I took it out about an hour later. It is strong. It is a beast of a cinnamon scent. The problem for me is that this smells to my nose just like Robitussin, and it was triggering me thinking I was getting sick or had a cold. So it wasn't done. I only left it in for like 2 hours and was like, this has to go. One, because it was really strong. Two, it was medicinal. So that would definitely not be a repurchase for me. Central Park Pralines. This was a bring back my bar, and I thought I would want this. I had clubbed it, but I took it out. And that's because it didn't perform well for me. I love the scent on cold. It's salty. It's nutty. It's creamy. But I could barely smell it in my warmers. So that one came out of the club. Red, white, and berry pie, I ended up liking a lot more than I thought I would. There's a cherry note in here I thought I wouldn't be fond of. But it's really nice. It's pleasant. It smells like a melted, like red otter pop. And it performs pretty well. Medium to strong. Lasted for more than a day. I ended up just changing it out because I was bored of it. So that is Scentsy. And then I think everything else is vendor wax. I will start with Sassy Girl because I have a lot of Sassy Girl to talk about. Some of this is leftover from my October rotation, and I just happened to finish it up in November, and some of it was stuff I started and finished in November, and there's quite a bit here. This one is Witch's Potion, Apple Cider, Caramel, and Roasted Chestnuts. I liked this one. I think it's a good apple scent. I like how it blends with like a creamy nuttiness of the chestnut, but it didn't deliver in strength. I would say medium, leaning towards light. And I'm finding more and more that with Sassy Girl, I have to do 3 to 4 cubes to get scent. So I start with one, doesn't work. I add another one like an hour later, another one. And I'm needing 3 or 4 per warmer. This is an $11 brittle. It adds up real fast. So I would not buy that one again. This one the hubs like. This was one that I did where you had to take one for the team. I'm not fond of this one. It's Halloween Sleepover. It's got bubblegum, cotton candy, apple, pear, sugar, lemon drop, and Madagascar vanilla. It's too high pitched. There's like a tartness or a sourness to it, and I don't like the bubblegum oil. So that's a one and done for me. If he really wants it, I'll rebuy it and he can keep it in his office, but it's not one that I wanted. This is a sample that Charity Rose sent me. It's winter biscuits. It's warm hints of cinnamon, buttery pastries, gingerbread cookies, and patchouli. And y'all, I did not like this one. I'm glad she sent it to me because this is absolutely one I would put in the cart because of that patchouli note. But her patchouli, at least in this one, was way too perfumey for me, and I had to take it out of the warmer. It was good in terms of strength, but I had to take it out. By the way, Maud is back here losing his mind, scratching on a candle crate. So if you hear him, that's what's up. Also finished up Cashmere Pumpkin. This was in last month's rotation in October. It's notes of pumpkin vine, spicy, warming heart of cinnamon and clove, smoky embers, green moss, and a hint of caramel. We need some grammatical sentence structure corrections there because that is annoying. I get the clove in this. It is creamy. I get a hint of smoke. For me, this was kind of boring and it didn't deliver. It was light, so I would not rebuy that one. This one I love, would absolutely rebuy. It is Halloween Night, and I didn't start melting this until Halloween Night. It's notes of leaves, bonfire bliss, and toasted marshmallow, and it is divine. Oh yeah, marshmallow. It's not BBW leaves. It's like a natural, like dead leaf with a little bit of smokiness. That one is really good. I would absolutely rebuy that. I would also rebuy this one, Evening Campfire. This one was a stellar performer, long-lasting, good strength. She has an orange oil that I really like, and it's in this one. It's marshmallow, fireside, patchouli, cedarwood, orange, and vanilla birch. And I did not get the perfuminess in this patchouli like I did in the gingerbread one. But to be fair, this is a whole lot of orange. It's a lot of orange with a hint of woodiness from the cedar, and it is a cedar. You get like hamster shaving vibes, and then you get some like ooey gooey smoky marshmallowness from the marshmallow fireside. So that one is a rebuy. This one, Witching Hour, I loved, but the hubs did not. He doesn't like the patchouli Palo Santo combo, but I really liked it. It's earthy, a little bit perfumey, so I probably would rebuy this, but I'd have to find a space to melt it where he didn't have to smell it, and that could be hard to do. A Spooky Bread was good. It's blueberry, pumpkin, pecan waffles, and cornbread muffin. This one went fast. I love her blueberry oil, and I love any of her bready waxes. This one, okay. On performance, I love the blueberry. I don't get pumpkin pecan waffles. This is mostly blueberry and cornbread to me, which I'm okay with. This is a blend that Charity Rose created called Here for the Pumpkin Pie, and I really liked this one too. I would say medium performance on this one. Pumpkin pie filling, nutmeg, flaky pie crust, cream cheese frosting, hint of French toast, and candy corn. I like the candy corn note in here. It's like that waxy sugar with pie spice and like a hint of pastry. I think I would get this one again. I think it's good for November with the pumpkin pie kind of transitioning from Halloween. This one I absolutely would order again. This one's beautiful. Twilight Petals, not one I normally would buy, but she gave it to me in a sample and I fell in love. It's Velvet Nocturne, Floral, Woods, and Musk. And this is just such a soft, sweet. Her musk is sweet. This almost smells like vanilla cake to me with a very light floral. It almost feels edible. I think I have one more bar of this. I would buy this in a loaf. Twilight Petals is loaf worthy to me. That's my Sassy Girl aroma. Then I got through quite a bit of Rose Girls. One of those is a sample that Taylor from Candle Coven sent me. It's pumpkin pie custard, beignets, espresso, mocha, cinnamon, vanilla milk, vanilla icing, espresso pumpkin frappe, and pumpkin beignets. And this one was really good. It smelled really good. Problem is, and you're going to hear this a lot from me, Rose Girls does not deliver for me. So this has a very light espresso note. I get a lot of pumpkin, and it is a custardy. It almost feels like eggnog with a hint of spice and some breadiness. I like it, but I don't think I'm going to be shopping Rose Girls anymore, so that will not be a rebuy for me. This is some wax that Charity gave me called Good Morning Pumpkin. It's French vanilla latte, marshmallow, pumpkin, caramel, and cake. This also did not perform for me, and I did use the whole bag in multiple warmers. It's like a coffee caramel gooey mix. Like the scent, didn't perform. Chai or Die, same thing, did not perform. Vanilla chai, pumpkin cheesecake, and cardamom with whipped cream and cream cheese frosting. This is kind of a perfumey chai to me, and I do get a hint of like tang from the cream cheese frosting. It comes on pretty strong and then fizzles out within like 3 hours. So I have to change the wax more frequently. I don't necessarily get performance with this one. It was strong at first and then it just puttered out within a couple of hours. Same with this one, Blueberry Honey Cornbread French Toast. Super strong for like 2 hours and then I couldn't smell it anymore. Actually, same with this one too, Danbury Halloween. This one was maybe 2 hours and then I couldn't smell it anymore. And both of these smelled excellent on cold, but kind of devolved on warm. I think it's the honey note I don't like in here on warm. I feel like the blueberry tones way down. You lose some of the cornbread and honey ramps up with the maple. This one ended up just being kind of weird. So I don't like the scent or the performance on that one. And then Danbury Halloween, same thing. I love the scent on cold. You get more of the Danbury shortbread cookie. But then on warm, all I get is toasted pumpkin seed, which ends up reading like pumpkin spice. And there's also a candy corn note in this that is noticeable on cold, but not on warm. So I do not like these last two waxes. I would not rebuy them for the scent, but also just in general, I'm not going to be shopping Rose Girls anymore because I can't get it to perform. Okay, I have two from Macaron wax melts, or Macaron, which by the way are the parents of the owner of Rose Girls. They are retiring and going away. Excuse me, will you stop please? You're not supposed to do that. That's how that couch gets that way, because he chews on it. I don't know what he's doing. I do like Macaron. Macaron, however, similar performance issues. I feel like I can smell it for a couple of hours and then it goes away. However, their scents usually stay the same and I really enjoy them. And I do really like their Beach Nights BBW type. This was in one of the snowflakes that they did. It's sweet marshmallow and creamy vanilla drift through sea salt, chocolate, and warm driftwood. It's pretty perfumey though. Like you have to like a perfumey Beach Nights. It's not super sweet. And then I also finished up, this was a sample they sent, that's zucchini bread, pumpkin peanut brittle, monster cookie, and fluff puffs. This one to me smells a little bit like, it gives me like Vanilla Bean Noel energy. It's kind of a little bit Vaseline-y. It's okay. I probably would not rebuy it, and it's almost irrelevant because, you know, they're retiring and their wax is going away. I have two from Lavender and Speckles, and this one is absolutely a rebuy, y'all. Plum Cozy is what this one is. It's a little shot cup I got. It's Cashmere Plum, Vanilla Surf, and Marshmallow Clouds. This would not die. I had this in my warmer. It's my little cheap $25 warmer from Scentsy, so it's not like it's a high-powered one. or an expensive one, and it lasted for 2.5 days, and finally I was like, I have a wax rotation I have to get through. This has got to go. And that was with half of the cup. This is amazing. If you like plum and you like cashmere, you want this one. This is definitely a rebuy for me. And then I also got through maple chai wedding cake. I ended up liking this one more than I thought I would on warm. It's white cake, buttercream, almond, honey, and a hint of maple chai cream. The cake notes came out more on warm. The chai doesn't come through real strong. This was just a beautiful bakery scent and performed pretty well in my space. So this is also a repurchase, although not one that I'm like so excited for that I'd want to hunt it down in a D-stash, whereas Plum Cozy I would buy from a D-stash if I was looking for it. It's that level of good. And then my last pile of wax is like one-offs, and a couple of these are actually unempties that I did not finish, but I'm just done with. Probably start with that. One of those was gifted to me by Taylor at Candle Coven. This is Haunted Mansion by The Bathing Garden. And I did get through 2 cubes of this, but it doesn't perform. I couldn't smell it when melted. So, and with all these embellishments, I don't want to have to clean out my wax warmer just to try to, a third time, try it in a different warmer. So this one is just going to get destashed. And then I am destashing the rest of my pumpkin graham cracker from Virgil over at south of Sanity. This one is far too light. I like the scent, but it didn't deliver. I couldn't smell it unless I was sitting right next to it. So I have 2 cubes of that left that I'm going to pass on to someone else. And then the rest of these are all one-off empties. One of those is Waffles After Dark from the Candle Nurse. This one is Beach After Dark, which is a house blend, pumpkin souffle, Palo Santo, and pecans. I liked this one, but it was too sweet for me, too heavy on the pecan kind of energy. I feel like I got like a maple syrup from it too. I don't know if that's in there. Not a repurchase, but I was curious now about her other wax melts because this one did pretty well in terms of performance. Simmer Pot from Bewilderment also did really well. This performed for probably a day or 2 in my warmer. Love the orange, love the spice. It was almost too strong in a small space, so this would do well in an open concept, but I enjoyed it, would buy that again. I also got through Super Tarts Morning Monster. This has Starbucks fresh roasted coffee, sweet butter brickle, and creamy cheesecake. I didn't like this one, y'all. I don't like her coffee oil. It's too bitter. It's too dark roasted, so this would not be a repurchase, although it did perform okay. Teddy Bees, I loved this scent, but it didn't perform. This is Feels Like Home. This was a souffle I got back in August. It's sugared pears, vanilla syrup, toasted marshmallows, warm spices, soft baked sugar cookies, and Earl Grey tea leaves. Her pear oil is delicious. I love the ooey gooiness of the marshmallow and the vanilla. It smelled like pear cookies, but similar to Rose Girls. I would put it in the warmer. It would be juicy and beautiful for like 2 hours and then just boop, gone. It's expensive when that happens. So Teddy Bees is on probation with me. I've had a couple of really good performers and a couple of really not great performers, and this is a not great one. I have a lot of her wax to get through that I bought, so we'll see how it continues, but that's leaning towards not buying from Teddy Bees anymore. And then I also finished up a wax from Kay's, and this is Beachside Brew, which is Beach Nights, Coffee House, and Cashmere Cream, and I also do not like her coffee oil. It is way too dark, way too bitter. Kay's just got bought out by, I can't remember her name now. She has a new owner. Kay is retiring, or Carla is retiring. New owner, I don't know how this will change, but I would not rebuy this even if it stays the same because it's just too bitter. The coffee is too bitter. And then I have some wax melt supplies that I got through, including 3 bags of super jumbo cotton balls. By the way, when I was in Michigan and cleaning out the wax warmers, I was using the cotton balls to soak up the wax. Can confirm they make excellent fire starters. You don't need much, okay? Like 1 full cotton ball with one that's like maybe half full was enough to start the fireplace. So if you are using cotton balls and you have a fireplace and you have wax from wax warmers that you're cleaning up, save those. Those are excellent fire starters. And then I have five tea lights. Didn't use the tea light warmer that much. I actually got rid of my Halloween one, and then I was gifted one from a viewer. Just started using the one that I was gifted before I went to Michigan. So got just a few tea lights that I got through. All right, y'all. I am now going to share with you my melting basket contents for my December melt rotation. All right, y'all, here is my melting basket for December. It is massive. I'm going to go through and sort these by brand so I can share with you what I'm going to try to melt this month. All right, I'm going to start with retail wax, which honestly I don't have that much of this month. I'm going to melt this, but I don't expect anything from it. This is Country Candle from Kringle Wax. Y'all, the country wax melts do not perform for me in any of my warmers. So at this point, I'm just trying it because I don't have anything to lose. This is the Baby It's Cold Outside scent. This is going to be a good bedroom fragrance. I feel like I'm getting like vanilla cashmere. I'll put the scent notes down here if I can find them. Also feels super light. We'll see, but I don't have much hope for this one. And then I have two from Scentsy. One of those is Candy Cane Buttercream. And this is my favorite candy cane scent from them so far this season that I've tried. It's like creamy, almost feels like buttercream frosting vanilla. Oh, it's good. With a nice peppermint, like candied peppermint note that's not too sharp and not too strong. So you get the butter element, you get the vanilla, and you get the candy cane. Cannot wait to try that one. And then I also have their Christmas Vacation National Lampoon's wax melt. And this one is just kind of classic Christmas. I feel like I get a bit of pine. It's a little bit woody. There's definitely like a potpourri spice vibe element to it. I actually have a couple of those. I'm probably going to save the other one for next year, but if I really like it, I'll break out both. I have no problem with that. And then I have a bunch of vendor wax. I'm just going to start with what's in the basket here and then move on. I have it separated by vendor. I have two from L3 Waxy Wonders that I'm going to melt. One of those is Roasted Pine Cones Books. And I think those are two different scent notes. I don't know. I don't like the labels from L3. They annoy me. This one feels both fresh and a little bit sharp. I feel like the pine cone adds like a sweet, sharp pine, but it's not too sharp. It's really mellow. And then the book note is just clean and soft, but it doesn't go pine sol. It's interesting. It's a weird one. I don't know that it specifically feels holiday, but I'm going to give it a try because it's pine cones, and plus I want to start getting through my L3 wax. This one I actually really like on cold. I have not melted yet. Cranberry Palo Santo and Sugar Cookie Royale. Delicious gourmand from that Cookie Royale, and then the cranberry is nice and tart and juicy. Yeah, really good combination. I don't get much of the woodiness from the Palo Santo. I would actually take more of that, but I really like the cranberry and the Cookie Royale together. I have two clams from Rocky Top Wax. One of those is Yuletide Spice. This has cinnamon and Christmas spices, citrus pine, floral, woody notes, bayberry, and musk. And this is very Christmas holiday potpourri. Mostly cinnamon. I'm actually craving a bit more pine and citrus. Her Oh Snap, that's spiced gingerbread, ginger snap cookies, excuse me, Italian biscotti, cheesecake, zucchini bread, and vanilla bean. And this is a pretty nice gingerbread scent. I feel like there's a whole lot of cookie in here, and I'm picking up on a lot of that biscotti. It's kind of sweet and smells more bready than it does, say, cookie-like. I don't think it's the best gingerbread scent I have this season, but it's good. I think I'll enjoy it. Then I have, I'll do macaroon wax melts because I have quite a bit from them. I went crazy, y'all, because they're closing, the owners are retiring, and I wanted to try a bunch of their different scents. So I have quite a few holiday ones from them that I'm going to give a try this month. One of those is Royal Sugar Cookies. This is fresh baked sugar cookies with hints of vanilla and butter, and their gourmand scents are amazing. I just don't know how they'll perform. Oh yeah. This almost smells like vanilla donut to me. Very creamy, very sweet, very edible. Hope that these perform while I have them. At least I can enjoy them. Royal Palo Pine Cones. This has roasted pine cones, royal sugar cookies, and Palo Santo. So I feel like it's similar to the L3 Waxy Wonder pine cone. But you get more sappiness on this one. And then with that sugar cookie, it's really nice and sweet. I also don't get woodiness on this one. I don't get the Palo Santo. I would take more of it, of course. Raspberry Crunch Donuts, which is wild raspberry and vanilla crunch donuts. I'm not crazy about a lot of vendor raspberry oil. I'm finding that it reads too perfumey for me, but this one is not bad. It's much more jam-like, which is what I'm looking for. And I definitely get like a pastry element. I don't know if I would identify it immediately as donuts, but I still enjoy how that smells. Hansel and Gretel's House, which is a cozy blend of warm ginger, spiced cinnamon, sweet sugar, and creamy vanilla. Also, I just love their macaroon cookie shapes. I think they're adorable. This one is good. A little bit like cinnamon sugary syrup vibe that I'm not crazy about. It reminds me of like cinnamon flavored syrup that you'd pump into a coffee, or like a cinnamon liqueur element to it. It's okay. I hope that it warms better than it smells on cold. I also have one of their snowflakes in the Christmas Eve and Cookie Land, which is eggnog, royal sugar cookie, monster cookie, marshmallow smoothie, and donut holes. You know, this one, I would eat this. This one is so good. I should have bought more. I may still go back in if it's still available. So sugary sweet. I like the eggnog. It adds like a tinge of egginess to it. I also just think these snowflakes are really pretty. And I chop these up. I usually get at least 4. Sometimes, usually more than that. More like 6 different melts out of one of their snowflakes. I think the last one I did was 5. That was one of their beach nights snowflakes that I did. And then I have 2 samples I'm going to get through. One of them is of the Royal Palo Pine Cones, which I already smelled. And the other one is Warm Campfire Noel. Don't have the scent notes on this one, but it's creamy. It's definitely Vanilla Bean Noel. It's like that waxy vanilla, kind of Vaseline-like vanilla. Yeah. Mostly Vanilla Bean Noel. I don't get a lot of wood or like smoke from it, and if it's in there, it's very subtle. I have quite a bit from Sassy Girl Aroma. One of those is a sample she gave me of Favorite Holiday. Don't have the scent notes on this one, but it reminds me a lot of The Perfect Christmas from Bath & Body Works. Yeah, that might be like a 1-for-1 dupe. Smells just like it. I also have a sample that Taylor from the Candle Coven sent me of Schnockered? Schnookered? I don't know how you say that word. Eggnog, vanilla bourbon, buttercream, and nutmeg. Is that a reference to Groundhog Day? I don't know the reference. I actually like the boozy element in here, the vanilla bourbon. It adds like some complexity. It feels like a little bit of oakiness and a little bit of like perfuminess from the bourbon, but then you have a really sweet buttercream with an eggy eggnog. Curious to try that. Highly recommended from Charity, and I understand why. Christmas at Santa's. This one is pepperberry wreath, sugar cookie, and marshmallow fireside. It's amazing. I cannot wait to rip into this. It's sweet. It's fruity. And it's a little bit like fresh and green. I love it. Love it. I also really like the colors. They're kind of like a pink and green. I think I might like this one better though. Heart of Coal, but y'all know I'm a patchouli girl. This one's Fireside Patchouli Sugar Cookies and Sticky Marshmallow. Oh, I love it so much. Yeah, the patchouli is like earthy and floral. The marshmallow is ooey gooey, and then the sugar cookie is sweet. I don't know that I'd say it feels 100% holiday, but it does smell like you roasted some marshmallows in your fireplace, so I'm going to go with it. Fireside Noel. I like the color of that one too. This is mulled fruit, fir needle, lemon peel, clove, cinnamon, maple, pine, smoky, balsamic frankincense, musk, and moss. That's a lot. Yeah, and it kind of just smells like Cozy Christmas from Kringle. I get a lot of orange and some woodiness to it. Beautiful, but way more simple than the scent notes would suggest. Now this one I do not like on cold, but I'm going to warm it just in case it comes to life. That's the raspberry jam filled donut. I don't like her raspberry oil. It is perfumey to my nose. Yeah, it just smells like raspberry perfume to me. We'll see if that changes. It's it's wild raspberry, jam, fluffy donuts, and powdered sugar. I want it to be sweeter. I'm craving more pastry. And I want more of what smells like a real, like, fresh jam raspberry vibe. Just feels very artificial and perfumey to my nose. I also have some stuff here from Lavender and Speckles. One of those is the little shot cup of peppermint cashmere cookies. I got this in one of her cashmere, I think it was cashmere samples, or is it there? I think it's a couple. Yeah, the cashmere is warm. Feels a little body care-esque. The peppermint is subtle, not too sharp. Love that. Taylor sent me a sample of, does it have a name? No. But scent notes are Sophisticated Donut Shop, aka Angel's Share. Is that a personal fragrance dupe? Palo Santo and roasted pine cones. Yeah, I get a lot of donut. A lot of donut and a little bit of like pine from the pine cone. So this is the little sample that Taylor sent me. She sent me so much wax. I really appreciate it. And I sent her some in return. I love that our wax community does trades. We get to try new things. It's really fun. And then this one I got as a sample with my order back in September, Childhood Memories. And I'm actually really excited for this. I would pick this up again if it performs. It's peppermint, palo, vanilla bean, and cotton candy. And I really like the peppermint note in here. It's sharp, but also kind of sweet and well-rounded from the vanilla bean. So it's like warm from the vanilla bean, sweet from the cotton candy. I don't get Palo Santo, but I'm not mad about that. It smells delicious just the way it is. I have a few from Teddy Bees that I am reluctantly going to melt. I do not have good luck with my Teddy Bees. If I can smell it, it lasts like 2 or 3 hours, which I'm dumbfounded by. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But this one is one that Charity Rose sent me called Christmas Trees and Cream. And this smells good. It's nice and piney, very crisp, almost cleaner pine, but not quite. And then it just smells milky. Very comforting. Earthy and warm. This is one I picked up called Simply Christmas. It says it's the smell of Christmas furs with the slightest hint of candy canes. And I think I may have done this in the Chop and Chat I did a while back, which, by the way, I have another one of those coming up. Yeah, this smells just like the pine oil that is in Lavender and Pine from Bath & Body Works. It's super sharp. And then when you pair it with the candy cane, it's just real high on the register. Sinus clearing. But I like it. I like the combination. And then, ironically, I got a sample of Christmas Trees and Cream from Lavender and Speckles, so I have 2 of those that I'm going to melt through. One from Charity and one as a sample. I have some stuff from Gratefully Imperfect Wax. I did share this in a recent haul. I'm going to get through Snowy Pink Peppermint. This is Delicate Pink Snowflakes, Sweet Marshmallow Fluff, and Bright Icy Peppermint. I think I like it. It's a little bit weird. The peppermint is... It's almost body care-esque to me, or it feels like something like a personal fragrance. It's not as sweet and as gourmandy as I was expecting, but I'm going to give it a try. And then I have 3 souffles from her. One of those is Christmas Time. This is Palo Santo, freshly ground cinnamon bark, bayberries, sweet apple, pine needles, fresh thyme, and marshmallow fireside. And if I remember, it's not that complicated on cold. Yeah, mostly thyme, a little bit of spice, and I feel like I'm picking up on the greens from the pine needles. So it sounds really complex, but actually smells very simple on cold. And then the last thing I have from Gratefully Imperfect is the Wicked Wonderland, also the souffle. Smoky spruce trees, warm cinnamon bark, vanilla cashmere, cozy fireside vanilla, golden amberwood, fire roasted marshmallows, and marshmallow fireside. There's actually some overlap with that Christmas time. And they do give me similar vibes, but this one's more marshmallow fireside and more woody, less spice. I actually think you could melt both of these in the room at the same time and it would be a really good combination. I have a few from Swanky. One of those is a sample in the Blueberry Hill, and I love her blueberry oil. Cannot wait to see if this performs. It is so good. The blueberry is like fresh and juicy. Feels a little bit artificial, but in a good way. And then I feel like I'm getting like a buttery note there. I don't know what the scent notes are, but love it. Cannot wait to try that. Her souffle of Cozy Christmas. I don't know if I have the scent notes on this. If I do, I'll put it below. Otherwise, I'll just describe it to you. So sweet. Delicious gourmandy. But there's a hint of something that feels a little bit perfumey in there. I love it. Can't wait to try it. This also, in my opinion, speaks to the importance of including your scent notes on your product. I would love to share with you what's in here so you'd get a better idea and maybe want to try to pick it up in a pre-order someday. But they're not on there. Fireside Cream Cake. Oh, yes. I feel like I'm getting creaminess from like a vanilla buttercream. There's something that feels sweet, almost like a sugar cookie royale, but I don't know that that's in here. Again, if I can find the scent notes, I'll put it below. Very edible, vanilla, cakey, cookie gourmand. And then I just have some one-offs from various vendors. One of those is from Kay's Scented Melts. This one's the Raspberry Beret. I do like her raspberry oil, although she's also selling her business, so who knows if this will be around. Raspberry jam, zucchini bread, and vanilla butter fudge. Yeah. Delicious fruity raspberry. Ah, yes. Creamy. I feel like you get the zucchini bread. There's definitely like a pastry or like bready element. And then you have like buttery vanilla from the vanilla fudge. From CQ Handcrafted Wax Melts, I'm going to do smoked and fried. And this is a souffle. It's salted caramel, eggnog, bonfire embers, sugared cronuts, powdered donuts, churros, and a hint of pretzel. I recently did a review on this one as well. Yeah, I get a whole lot of pretzel. I feel like I definitely get a sugared cronut. I'm craving a bit more salted caramel and eggnog. I'd take more bonfire too. Churro, pretzel, yeah, cinnamon sugar. This is another sample that Taylor sent me from Second and Spruce. Raspberry jam, vanilla cream cake, and buttercream. This almost smells like raspberry candy, or like if you had a starburst in a raspberry scent. It's very sugary and kind of taffy-like, given that it's a cake scent. But I do enjoy it. It almost feels more appropriate for summer, but I'm kind of going with this like raspberry jam donut because I'm doing my big XL candle from Kringle of jelly donut plus Hanukkah from Bath & Body Works, so it had to be in there. I mentioned Rose Girls earlier. At this point, I am just trying to melt through my stash. One of those is a sample I got of gingerbread? Yeah, gingerbread donut ice cream. This one's warm gingerbread cookies with extra icing plus donut holes plus vanilla ice cream. I like how this smells. I feel like I get a lot of the vanilla ice cream. It's very vanilla, very icing heavy with just a hint of gingerbread. But like I said, I have real trouble with performance from Rose Girls in my burners. Dessa's Homespun scents, I have Shiver Me Timbers. And this is one I think that showed up in my Chop and Chat. This came from Charity Rose. It's Yo Ho, A Pirate's Life for me. That's probably a scent blend if I had to guess. Plus Palo Santo, roasted pine cones, smoked vanilla, and a splash of rum. And it says it's from the Main Street Memories collection. It's a very clean, kind of aquatic scent. It feels watery, but also piney at the same time. I almost think I could do this in my January rotation instead, but we're going to go with it in December. Give it a try. This is a sample I got from Super Tarts. This is Harry's Holiday. I like the little blue heart. Is that pine? Something gourmandy. Something sharp and something like edible gourmandy. And then the last thing in my melt basket is a sample from Taylor from Spellbound Scents called Anise Cookies. It's black licorice, Danish butter cookies, and flaky pie crust. First of all, I hate glitter, but that is so cute. It looks like a glittered cupcake. And I love how this smells because I love anise, usually. I did recently send her some wax that had black licorice in it that was too much for me, but this is delicious. Yeah, this is just really good. I feel like you get the butter cookie and it smells like black jelly beans and butter cookie. It's yummy. All right, y'all, that is my wax melt basket, my empties. Let me know in the comments below if you've melted any of these, if you have any suggestions for me on how to get Rose Girls to perform. I'm really struggling with that vendor. Are there any favorites that you saw in here? Anything you picked up during a pre-sale or a ready-to-ship order? Tell me all about it in the comments below. Did you get through any of the same wax as me? I'd like to hear about that as well. If you like my Wax Melt Wednesday videos, make sure you give me a thumbs up. That lets me know that you want to keep seeing this episode each week. And make sure you're subscribed before you take off. It helps to grow my channel and will support me in the long run. I will see you tomorrow for my weekend deals video. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.